welcome to my PCOS kitchen. I'm Mira and this is Charlotte, my little assistant, and today we will be showing you how to make one of the most popular recipes on the blog. It's the psyllium keto buns. So it's made with psyllium husk powder and almond flour, and I will be showing you how to make it today. It's so simple. It's ridiculously easy. You literally just mix, form, and bake. That's it. There's no hard parts about anything. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. And there's actually, you can make like 7 or 8 different versions. It's all on the recipe post. So I'll be showing you how to make the standard version, which is the multi-seed bun. And I'll also be showing you how to stuff the bread if you want to make like a cheese stuffed bread or like meat stuffed bread or anything like that. For this recipe, you need the base ingredients. So the base dry ingredients is almond flour, baking powder, and psyllium husk powder. Now you want to make sure to use psyllium husk powder and not whole husks. They act a little bit differently, and if you do use whole husk, you'll need to use more. So I like to use grams when I bake, so that the recipe turns out absolutely perfect and you know exactly how much of each flour that you need. So for this, it's about a cup and it's 120 grams of almond flour. And this is 2 tablespoons, 20 grams of psyllium husk powder. Now, if you were to use whole husks, you'll realize that 2 tablespoons does not equal 20 grams. So you'd need like 3 to 4 tablespoons of whole husks, and you'd need to up the water a little bit. So they act differently. So if you can, use psyllium husk powder. Now I'm using the brand called Now, and I've never had any problems with it, but there's some comments on basically on every recipe that uses psyllium husk is that their baked goods turned purple. Now nobody really knows why, but some say it's some brands turn purple and some don't. They're still totally edible, it's just the color is a little purple. Now I've personally never experienced that. For some reason all of my baked goods with psyllium always turn out the color they're supposed to be. But just a heads up, if it does turn purple, it's totally fine. It's still edible and it's still delicious. It's just different color. That's it. The texture is the same, the taste is the same. So be careful with that. And then for the wet ingredients, you're going to need some apple cider vinegar. You can also use lemon juice or white vinegar, some coconut oil. I'm using refined so that it doesn't have any coconut taste, but you could use olive oil if you're making an olive oil bread, or like rosemary and olive bread, or you could use butter. Anything works for this recipe. And you want to make sure it's melted, it's not solidified, or else it won't mix. You'll need a couple of eggs, whole eggs. You can also make this recipe with 2 egg whites and 1 egg. Both turn out the same. I figured I'd change the recipe to 2 eggs because it's simpler that way and you don't waste any yolks that way. And you'll also need some boiling water, which I'm going to boil after. And so right now, this is the base recipe. So if you just want to make some plain bread, this is what you would put in it. But today I'm going to show you how to make the multi-seed version. So I just have here some chia seeds, some sesame seeds, black and white, some sunflower seeds, and I have some garlic powder and some salt for some seasonings. Now this is like totally up to you. You can use any type of seasoning that you want. I've made 7 or 8 different versions of this bread. So I've made like a rosemary kind, I've made a cheddar kind, I've made olive bread, I've made everything but the bagel seasoning, and I stuffed it with cream cheese. What else? I've made red bean paste. I've made like a cinnamon roll where I flavored the dough with cinnamon and then I stuffed it with a sweet cream cheese inside. I've made so many different kinds. So I just want you to know that this recipe, like, you can customize it the way you want. You can double it, you can triple it, you can make a loaf. You can add any ingredients that you want, you can stuff it. It's super, super simple, and yeah. So let's start with the recipe. Yeah, let's start. All right, so in your bowl, you're going to add your almond flour. And literally, this will only take like 2 to 3 minutes. This recipe is so simple. And then you're gonna add your psyllium husk powder, and then you're going to add your baking powder, and then you're going to add all your seasoning and spices, whatever you're using. So today I'm doing the multi-seeds. I'm going to add the salt, the garlic powder, the white sesame seeds, the black sesame seeds, the sunflower seeds, and the chia seeds. And I'm just gonna give that a quick mix. Oh, see, she's climbing out of it, but she has her seatbelt on, so it's a little bit harder for her to climb out. And that's why this recipe is really quick, so it's good if you have a baby. Yeah. And then you're gonna crack 2 eggs in there. So easy. Then you're going to add your tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. You're going to add 3 tablespoons of refined melted coconut oil. And I actually have my hot water here, which is 3 tablespoons of boiling water. Make sure to use hot water and not cold water because it doesn't activate the psyllium as well. So hot water. And then you're just gonna mix that up. And that's it, you have your dough. See how simple that is? It's ridiculously easy. Just gonna mix that up, and I'll show you the consistency that you want. And the more you mix it, the thicker it gets. And the longer you let it sit, the thicker it gets. So this is your dough right here. I'm just gonna zoom in the camera. Look at that. See how thick it is? This is what you want. Just this thickness. So this recipe makes 5 buns. So what you can do is actually measure the entire dough and separate it into 5 or 4 or 3, however many buns you want to make, so that you have like the perfect equal sized buns. But right now I'm just gonna wing it and separate this dough into 5. So I'm just making a ball, and I'm actually going to spray my hands with some oil. Now I'm using olive oil, but you could use like Pam, I think is what you have in States and Canada. And then make your ball. Basically, you're just going to separate this into 5. So here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this one looks thicker, so I'm going to steal a bit. There you go. There, and there. That looks about equal. I have like 5 balls. So to make the buns, again, so simple. You're just going to take your dough and you're going to roll it. And you're going to place it on your parchment paper. I'm using a sort of silpat, but parchment paper is fine. Don't use wax paper, it'll stick. And that's it. You basically just roll and put it on your tray, and it's ready to bake. So now I'm just going to show you how to make the same recipe, but if you want to stuff it. So if you want to stuff it, you're going to make your ball and you're going to flatten it. Then you're going to put some cheese in there. I'm just using cream cheese. Put however much you want. Oh, she's almost out. Then you're just going to wrap the dough around the cheese. Make sure no cheese is coming out. Roll it perfectly. And there you got it. Cream cheese stuffed bread. Now you could change the seasoning to everything but the bagel seasoning, so it tastes super good. But that's it. I'm just gonna make another normal bun. And let's see. Let's make another stuffed one. I'm just gonna repeat. And that's a lot of cheese. So maybe put like a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of cheese. Stuff it. Roll it. And repeat. I have a little bit of cream cheese left, so I'm just gonna repeat that with the last bit of cream cheese. Now you could use any type of cheese. You could use like some cubed cheddar cheese, averti, anything that you like. And there you have it. Those are your 5 buns. How easy was that? Now the only thing you gotta do is pop them into the oven. And you're gonna bake them for about 23 to 25 minutes at 180 Celsius, and that's 350 Fahrenheit, and until they're golden brown. And that's it. If you wanted to make a loaf, you would need to double this recipe and put it in the loaf pan and bake it for about 45 to 50 minutes, same temperature. Yep, so I'm gonna put that in the oven and let that bake. Alright, so the buns finished cooking and they've cooled down, so this isn't hot, so it won't be dangerous for her. And I just wanted to show you how they look. Alright, so this is the plain one. You can see how soft it is. It didn't have anything in it, so this is just the multi-seed one, and this is how it looks inside. And the cheese stuffed one, those are my favorite ones. Let me just see. Here you go. Look at that. Now it's cooled down, so the cheese isn't melty anymore, but this is what you would expect if you made a stuffed cheese stuffed bread. And it's amazing. Oh yeah. The cheese is still a little bit hot, but oh yeah, this is delicious. Yummy, yummy. So this is one of my favorite recipes to make. The bread itself is super soft. You can make sandwiches, you can eat it as is, it can be a quick snack. You can make sweet versions of it. Honestly, like, this recipe is so flexible. You can do whatever you want with it. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you have any questions about the recipe, or if you're not sure how to do something, just leave a comment below and I'll reply. But yeah, have fun, experiment, and try different kinds of breads with this base recipe. Thanks for watching. Can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Oui, bye-bye. 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 Oui, bravo. Bye-bye. Oui, bravo. So she can say bye-bye now. See you next time. Yeah, good job. You're so smart. And now you want me to pick it up. There you have it. See you in the next recipe.